Hello and welcome, friends. We are here trying a brand new, to us on the channel and me, Space 4X Galactic Civilizations 4 Supernova. This game I'm enjoying very much. It has much more of like a civilization style to it than Stellaris or Distant Worlds, and I thought that we'd give it a go on the channel. I apologize to the people who watched my last Stellaris series. It had to end because I had some rough situations in my life at the time and I had to drop something, and it ended up being that. In all of January, I think I was only able to put out a total of 12 videos. I was uncertain. I thought about finishing the game, and I still might finish the game and just put up the last episodes just to fill the playlist out, but yeah, I'd have to have a little bit more time than I do for that right now, and it feels weird to go back to a game that I haven't been playing in almost 2 months now. Well, over 2 months, I think. Well, no, not over 2 months, but anyway. So we're going to try Galactic Civilizations 4. I've played this game a couple of times on normal. I think I have one influence victory on normal, sorry, one prestige victory on normal, and one conquest victory on normal. And we're going to try right now to play our first Bright game. Now, there's lots of great stuff you can do with the AI. You have lots of unique AI species creation, another really interesting thing about this game. But for our first playthrough, we're going to stick with one of the pre-existing races, one of the integrated into the setting races, and that is going to be the Navigators. I kind of like their cool little background of being a exploration race that used to be ship-bound, but now they're stuck on a planet. I think that's really cool. We're archaeologists, which means we get extra charges to our special one charge devices we find. We get 2 instead of 1. We're spacefaring, which means our ship ranges further, which is good, and we start with the ability to immediately go into other sectors. Our colony fleet tab here is a little different from everybody else's. We get 2 colony ships instead of a probe, which is more or less just a really nice production bonus. We are progressive, which means we're going to be really tech-based. And we are carbon-based, which means we eat food and we're like everybody else. We're also highly intelligent. Let's go. Our starting planet is barren, but it's not a bad world. Generally speaking, looking at these things, I'm going to play it as it is, I think. I would consider taking clever down 1 and putting fast up 1, because 10%, the losing of 5% research in order to gain another move early in the game can be really useful for our colony rush at the start, you know, our essential part of every game, our exploration and colony rush. I think we're going to actually do this instead of using it the same. It's pretty much exactly the same, you know, but we made one small choice. We're going to leave ourselves with the negative influence, even though I absolutely hate it, because I like influence. We're going to play on Bright difficulty. Everything else is normal, except we've switched from number of sectors from 2 and from small to medium. Now, my computer can handle large, but it has trouble. It cannot handle gigantic. But we're going to play medium. We might play a larger game later, but for now, we're going to play medium. And then we're going to take off enough of these to be one above 50% and let the game pick them at random. And that will include the AI that I was playing around with as well, so we may see some of my AI experiments. Now, it's oftentimes suggested to pick these deliberately so that there's an even mix. And, you know, maybe for a first game, that's what we'll do. We'll pick pretty even. So I'm going to put in the Vor, and then I'm going to put in their counterparts because I think that's cool. Also going to put the Dragon slaves, Drengen slaves in. Grab the humans, you know. Can't really play without the humans. We'll put in the space pirates. I guess we'll throw in the dragons. Yeah, let's put in somebody else who's hostile. Sure, we'll put in the hunt. We'll put in the bugs. And then we'll put in the Arcean Republic or Archean Republic. I don't know. The Manti Terrans. So I think this is good. We just want a good mix. And I would randomize it, but I think it's better to start our first recorded game as a nice different mix. Okay, so our basic backstory is that we're being pushed to the edge of extinction by the other race's rapid expansion, so we need to change our methodology. Instead of just traveling around on our ships, we're going to have to expand and control planets just like everybody else does. I don't know if I'm going to include the read over Probably not, but let's click done. As I was saying before the loading started, I am probably going to, well, I'm going to explain why I'm doing everything I'm doing, and I am looking for advice in the game for people who want to give it. I have a basic idea of how most things work, but not a complete idea. But I'm still going to explain why I do the things I do. And yeah, definitely looking for advice. So let's just zoom out here. We got oh, I also moved it from near to distant for the distances of other neighbors. So in our executive orders, we start with 4 executive orders, the basic same ones everybody else does. We will probably draft colonists. I don't know if we'll do it immediately. We may wait until we actually see some place to send them. But we're going to do the telescope takeover. There's 2 real ways, I think, to use this. You can either look at the stuff near you so you have a place to send your colonies right away, which is very useful for us since we don't have a probe, although I'm going to buy a probe anyway. Or you can try to figure out where our close competitor is so that you can work around them by dropping it out into these clusters out here. What I think we're going to do this time is we're going to drop it on these stars, hoping we... Oh, that's not bad. That's a minor civilization. Okay. We don't know anything about them yet. I was hoping to see a planet. Now, there is one planet around this star and one planet around this star that we can't see because of our placement, which is fine. But that gives us an idea. I'm going to try to see this planet with my first colony ship. We'll just go there. And then this colony ship, we're going to send through to here, trying to, like, come through this way, I think. Hoping that we can see that stuff. So that's our first moves. This guy, we're just going to let him make decisions for himself. Our flagship. Flagships are like exploration ships in other games. They survey, and while they survey, they also uncover parts of the map too. Well, I don't actually think they do. You know, I said that, then I rethought it. I don't think they can find things. It's actually interesting. Where do they go if they can't find things? Do they explore? I think they would probably explore. I know they don't stop. I know that, but this guy, he's only got 2 things he can see, but we'll probably be exploring faster than he has. That's probably what happens. They probably go to where we've uncovered. So now, we're gonna go to our planet and see how it looks this time. Okay, that's not too bad. I say that like it's not okay. So we've got Echoing Heartstone, Helios Ore. Okay. So I usually like my home world to be focused on what my species is focused on. It's just the way I do things. It's kind of weird, but it's also just what I do. Which means we want to place our capital city. Now, we can place our capital city and move it around. If we place it and destroy it, it doesn't have any effect, and it builds immediately, so we don't have to worry about, like, consequences for destroying it. We can place it here, I think. We've got no population, because the only population on the planet is underneath this Echoing Heartstone, which we're probably going to want to keep. We can place it here just to have full adjacency and 2 places to put science, and then we could maybe put our, we could place our science district maybe here. It's really cornering my science district, though. Alternatively, we could place it here to get this production tile. And then we can just make this whole area around here science. Right? Like, we can place our first science district on this, I think here, maybe? Like our science hub. And we want to build some production immediately, just so that the planet doesn't, like, go super slow. We may want to make the north production, like we could drop this up here. Or here maybe is good. There. Do a manufacturing district there. We want to put the manufacturing stuff first, I think. Like this, and then we will build out research there as a start. I think that's good. Alternatively, we could move this next to the capital to get the +2 on it. So this is worth 3% research, and it gives 2 research. I think I'd rather, You know, let's rethink that. Let's rethink that. Not like this. Like this. And then we can build one here. I like that. We are losing this +3 research. That's a really good research spot. But I think I'm fine with losing this +3 research. Maybe we can drop a special building on it. Put a, put another production tile here eventually. Or maybe something for population. I think that's good. I like to plan out my first planet pretty thoroughly so I don't have to worry about it. So I can keep all hard focused on exploration. Oh, there's something we missed in here though. We want to rush this so we can have leaders on the first turn. Then we want to look at our ministers. He would be a good science leader. He has high diligence though, which is... So I think he'll actually be our exploration leader. And we'll take you as our science leader. Hopefully by the time we find our first colony, we'll have somebody better, but that's fine. It's fine for now. Oops, that's wrong. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. A good chunk of ship range and an extra move is really useful. +1 science and 15% is also useful, so that should help us get a boost on our science. Let's do our research. I always take colonial policies first. I like the universal translator to happen when I can get the quest for it, so we let it go, and if we have to hard research it, we'll hard research it. Now for our first starbase, we're going to build a probe. And we're going to rush it. Then we're going to build a colony ship, and then we'll make another decision later as to what we do after that colony ship. We are... I liked the armed shuttles because they can help us to explore. It's a good way to start, in my opinion at least. Research districts fits our ideology, but getting to asteroid mining fast is nice for us too, because we have a special thing for it. I think we're going to go with the armed shuttles though, because they're good. Having those 2 military ships right away is good for exploration at the start, so let's just do that. And policy slot. So there's lots of good things, but I think we're just going to go with the generic choice. What is our approval? 65%. That is not great. Like, I would like to use coerced colonization, but I don't want to go down. Normal taxes gives us 2. We can survive normal taxes for that population boost at the start, I think. We are going to have to make sure that we watch our income, though. Okay, so where's our probe going to go? I'll send the shuttles this way, because this is in our territory. I like to clear the space with the shuttles instead of exploring the stars. It's not, you don't have to do it that way, it's just the way I do it. Like I use them to look for resources and stuff. Because we start with these 2 colony ships, it is pretty normal that we would use them to explore. I think that's the intent, that's why we don't get a probe. Okay, so let's just stop here. We should not have auto-moved that. This is a core with some influence, minerals, science, and money. It's going to probably end up going to here. Because this is a 20 excellent, no food. So we're having a food problem already. So this is like a desert. Yeah, there's no food on either of these worlds. You know, I don't think I'm going to make them a priority. Instead of spending him this way, I'm going to take him down this way to get to that star, because there might be something on this side. I don't think there is, because I can only see 2 orbits, but we'll come around this way anyway. Oftentimes there are 2 in these minor world systems, but not always. Okay. So this would be traditionalism. +1 diplomacy is good. +3 persuasion. -10% for soldiering. Health. Progressivism is what we do. And it just gives us treasure. It gives us money. Makes us better soldiers and makes us intimidating. Well, you know, we could send the message of peace and hope. Oh, we could throw all in on progressivism. I like the message of peace and hope because the diplomacy and persuasion will be really useful at the start. So let's actually send a message of peace and hope. We'll think of it as being pragmatic. Since we're worried about being made extinct by the other races, we're basically sending that out for the sole purpose of... did we not... Where did we send our... I'm as confused as heck. Oh no, I'm not confused. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. I forgot that this is... I'm gonna explore this with the armed shuttles. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's good. We're good. We had a plan. It even makes sense. So we have our armed shuttles now. Of these, planetology leads to better food in the housing district. This gives us space elevators, and the supply depot leads to space elevators, I should say, and this leads to evasive tactics and makes our ships better. Also gives us the prototype defensive policy, which is useful because it doesn't have any penalties. It just makes your ships better. I don't want to spend 6 on it. It's too much for the beginning. So let's hit up planetology, I think. Right, so these guys are going to come down here and explore this star. All right. Let's continue. Oops, nope. That is something I do. I forget to click on different stuff. There's a thorium around this star. There is nothing. There's actually nothing around this star. That I did not know that was a thing. I mean, it makes sense that it's a thing because it's easy enough to have stars with nothing around them. In fact, probably that is quite common, but still. Okay. We have the second one. We're going to send him up this way. Sometimes I fleet them, sometimes I put them together. It really depends on how I feel. I think we take the scientists this time. Yeah, I think so. You know, I'm going to turn off the voiceovers because I think it'll make the video longer. I'll read this stuff myself. So let's send you here. Wait, no, you're not going there. You're going this way. Yeah, that's right. You can just like scan out along here. Let's end the turn. Okay. First anomaly survey. Very nice. Good job. This could be very, very good. Like, we could place it here, and I think get 1, 2... So let's look at this. Where's the furthest out? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hits that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if potentially we could get all 3 of these eventually, but that's unlikely, because that would require us to get the 2 extenders really fast, and that's not going to probably happen before somebody else goes in there and snipes it. So we won't even think about that. Our ship has entered an area which appears to have bubbles that are in the 4th dimension. They grow, shrink, disappear, and return at random intervals. After some effort, we have learned that we can look within with a lot of patience, gleaning bits of information about this area of space from the past, present, and future. Unfortunately, this area of space is not stable and could disappear at any moment. In addition, trying to look through the collected data is incredibly tedious. However, there is a lot of knowledge that we could uncover if we take the time. On the other hand, it might be more efficient to simply collect the samples from the 4th dimension pockets while we can and study them later. Okay, so we could just gain the 50 research. Gives us a lot of progressivism, cultural awareness. I think we're gonna gather the technology now, which finishes planetology for us. Now up here of these, we could take space weapons, but I think we're gonna take research districts. Okay. We are finding nothing useful out here, so there is no reason to do anything with you except send you up. It's an adequate planet. We need a food planet, like, badly. We may have to claim that adequate planet just to get that food planet. Well, we've found everything up here we expected to find, so I'm gonna send you back, and we're gonna colonize this even though we don't have food. It's not great, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I'm also going to finally draft the colonists. That's gonna push our luck a little bit on approval, isn't it? Yeah, 50%. Well, I think maybe for now we switch to Heart of the Empire. Just because we're having trouble. And we're gonna send you up here and grab, I guess, this world. Seems alright. Okay, our probe has finished here. We'll send them this way. I'm expecting to find somebody up here. Probably in these 3 stars, or in these 4. So we shall see. Okay. Oh, there is a good planet. 22, amazing. Also, no food. Oh, we're having trouble with food. Like, food is going to be a problem for us. Ah, no food. We really need a planet with food on it. We may have to abort the whole science plan here and go with food on our home planet, which is weird because it's bombarded and you wouldn't think it would be a good idea. Well, we'll continue to explore this, see if there's anything good over here. Really? Really? You're in the one space I still can't see? That's fine. And then we'll send him back and colonize this, I guess. That's not great, though. I gotta tell you, that's not great. This planet might be able to be a food planet once this is colonized. Okay, let's send you this way now. Oh, there's another planet here. Oh, excellent food planet. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to abandon this without checking, because I know there's no other ring. We can see the rings, 1, 2, 3, but I'm still going to check the back here because I almost left without checking this ring and could have missed that planet because of it. That would have been a problem. So we're still going to take this, maybe? Yeah, I think we're going to take this. Is that worth it? I think we're still going to take this. We're going to take this with the one we build here, I think, because there's no way somebody's going to come out past us in that direction, because this direction of space is just all empty. And this guy, well, we'll decide what he does based on what we see here. What ship is this? Oh, it's you. So you've got some small planets up here. Got these 2 and this. It doesn't look like there's anything else, but we'll just check to make sure. So you have found us some antimatter. Is this the protest? A group has begun to protest the resources that are being spent exploring the galaxy. They argue that those resources are better spent improving the lives of those on Arnor. What are your orders? Well, I mean, we have a specific thing we're trying to do. Allow them to present their opinions before the budget committee. They can protest, but arrest anyone who goes beyond that. It doesn't seem that good. If they want to improve the planet, put them to work doing exactly that. I think we're going to take the manufacturing. I mean, yes, it's a nihilistic choice, but it also does make sense. Oh, no. It's this. Okay, if this guy comes around here, we are going to grab this planet, not because we want to, just to save this guy. Yeah, I know. Because he's in danger. Okay. And we split our fleet, so we can't even, like, interface. We can't even, like, intercept to try to save him, because one of these fighters will not be able to do that on their own. Let's come. Whoops. Nope. 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 I mean, we'll send you this way, hoping that he doesn't come out after us. And if we have to, we'll give him a little speed boost. So you can head down here. And then I guess you can come out underneath these clouds this way. Everybody else is fine. They can continue on the paths they're already on. Okay, so you have finished out the back there. Now head over here. And you... I want to circle this completely, but I don't think there is one because they're always equidistant. It does not look like he followed us. He didn't chase us. So we're gonna... That's not cool. Okay, well, we don't want anything to do with that either. I'm gonna try to save this ship exactly as we've all... Whoops, that's not right. I mean, it's fine, but it's not right. Let me see. I have the same problem I have in this game that I have in Civilization, which is that I forget to change units before I click. It's not good. It's not good. So you are taking that. You're taking... I'm taking that with the one that's being built. This might not have actually been that bad a choice. Shoot, let's do it. It's a little far away, but I think we're going to do that, because this guy's going to take this, and then the one that's about to be built here in 4 turns. Can we speed this up? How much would it cost? 100? Yeah, we'll speed it up for 100. Looking down here. How much will this cost to speed up? 150? Yes, we'll speed that up for 150 as well. Okay, that's good. And... so these are 12, except our progressivism is 29%, so that puts us at 8. The temporary approval boost after discovering a new technology. That's going to be really useful. 3 research after surveying an anomaly. This is good. Citizens with progressive trait generate +1 raw tech per turn. Oh, that's really good too. Okay. Space weapons, asteroid mining. We're going to go for asteroid mining. So we have our new colony ship that we just built, right? Wait, what the... Oh, we had a bunch of free tech, so we instantly built that. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that too. Xeno research feels too far ahead at this point. Defensive studies. Let's do orbital manufacturing. We have 2 asteroids in range, so we will just take them up immediately. Oh, that's Durantium. That's not an asteroid. That's an asteroid, though. Okay. Okay. I think we're doing okay. It's not great. Not the best start, but it's also not the worst start. We haven't found anybody yet, but that's good. Right? That's good? Put this back at medium. We remove Heart of the Empire, that gives us 3. You do asteroid exploitation, which will actually help with raw production. Right? That's really quite good. So we'll do that. Hopefully that helps to speed up the production of this planet. We are going to have to deal with money, which is a bit of a problem. I might just need to make like a little triple of finance districts over there. Or maybe we put it on one of the planets we're going to colonize soon. Okay. Let's take a citizen. And then let's send you down. We want the one with the food on it. We want the food. We need food. Good. Now here, we're going to switch to supply ships for a bit. It's a long time, though. I think that's fine. We might be jumping ahead on the supply ships. Maybe we build 2 more colony ships. We have lots of, like, secondary planets that we want to do. Seems fine. Let's get you in here. So we'll colonize this planet. This is our first colony. It's never going to be a core world. The supply attrition is huge because of how far it's going. There's those pirates. Not the best. Our world is right beside the pirates. That's fine. We would like something that we would like to try to get rid of some of that attrition, but it will help, and it'll be closer to this world, right? All right. A new source of subterranean water has been discovered on Agentar 2. If accessed, it could dramatically help the colony. The water could be used to boost food production or even just people's quality of life. Baths might be possible again, for example. What are your orders? Discontinue the colony's water restrictions, let people enjoy it. Don't be wasteful with this bounty. Direct all this water to irrigating the fields. That could be very useful. Giving this place at least one farming means it could be worth farming here at least a little bit. And it's progressiveness. So we're going to do that. Let's look at our leaders. Do we have anybody who I think would make a good... Not really. Let's look at our ministers here. This guy would be not that great either. Okay, well, I mean, this guy's not downright terrible. At least the people there will be happy. He's a 34 though, so he's immediately going to drop to disloyal. I could take this guy. I don't like that because he's just so good at science, but I think that's what we're going to have to do. I think we're going to have to take you. Oh, you're 39. You're no better. Well, I don't think we really have a choice. I think that's just what we got to do. Yeah, I think that's just what we got to do. All right, but it's been 40 minutes. I'm going to call this the end of our first episode. I think we've got a pretty good start. You know, it's not perfectly executed, and we are working on Bright for the first time, so we could have made some mistakes that may have caused things to go a little bit worse than we want them to. But we have hope, right? Yes. Arnor, our little home world, seems to be doing just fine. And we have our first core world. And a couple other good candidates, too. We don't want to get too spread out at the start, though. That's the problem with a start where you're like this, is you're a little isolated, but you also get really spread out. So we're going to have to focus down on making sure that our worlds are developing as well as possible. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you join me the next time we're here with Galactic Civilization for Supernova. Bye for now.